Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with more Let's Play Dawn of Souls Final Fantasy 1. It's been nearly a year since I last recorded this. Mostly because I didn't want to just beat the game, I wanted to finish the fucking bestiary, which I finally did. Went in here, I had to basically wander around the second to last floor, because as you remember, these stupid bonus shrines are all randomized to an extent. But I finally ran into the last two enemies. That means that there are 9 enemies left in this whole game. And 5 of them are bosses. So, no worries there. So, forgive me if I'm horrendously, hopelessly, hatefully lost. But I have only the vaguest idea of where I'm going. I actually consulted the Final Fantasy wiki to find out exactly where it was I'm supposed to be, and I have no idea what this fucking map looks like. Okay, there's the Bahamut holes. I think it wants me to go... not there. I think it wants me to go back to where I fought Garland. Unfortunately, I have only the vaguest recollection of what that place even looks like. There we go. No. That's only similar. Damn it. I can't shake the feeling that there's a fucking map somewhere here. Yeah, I'm back to full. I don't know if I had full money before in the last video, but after all the wandering I had to do, I have it again. Eventually, I will find this fucking place. Somehow. If I have to sweep this whole damn planet, I will. It's a good thing I have that that mindset, because it's looking like I'm gonna have to. Shit, okay, I think this it, maybe? Maybe? No, I don't think this is it. No, this is something else. Well, it's a start. Nope, give me that. This? Ah, we're in the elves now. Okay, that's a start. North of here, west of here, perhaps. Alright, I found the elf land. That's a start. I seem to recall having to go north? Oh, I am so stupid and lost. Is this Elf Town again? Try can't land in town. No, that's just an ant. And I already used a tent once I got out of the thing. Well, welcome to the entirety of this video. Watch Kyrix get lost. Not that hard to do, getting you lost. The worst part is, I can't help but think there's an actual map button. But it's been so long since I played, I don't remember what it is. But yeah, the ones I had to find were... no. This guy. And this guy. And I finally did. And it... ew. Must have spent a good 15-20 minutes just looking for the flare guy, I guess. The Orochi came up real quick. I was like 4 encounters into that area and he popped up immediately, if even that many. Hell, he might have been the first or second one to pop up. I'm like, well, that was easy. Now where's the other one? Fortunately for me, they were both on the same floor. Being that was the place they had to spawn, so I didn't have to wander around one area forever. Though I did, because I got lost. But I basically had to wander in the same spot. Archipelago. Maybe it's here in the archipelago? Is this it? Don't land on the castle, you... Of course I can't land in the fucking swamp marsh. Can't land there either. How far are you going to make me walk? Seriously. You know what? That can't even be worth my effort. I just refuse to believe that. It's Dragon Caves. I don't know where I am, people. Let's throw it into fast forward again. That stupid sand tower that I vaguely remember. Every Final Fantasy has one. They really do. Damn it, this world isn't that big! I will do this until I run out of map. Did I find it? I may have inadvertently... Aha! I found it. Okay. I know where I am now. To an extent. To the extent that I ever know where I am in a game. There we go. Fucking hell, man. Light them crystals. Why can't I have the green one? See, I'm sitting here wondering exactly what the storyline was when I left off, but that's the beautiful thing, is you guys won't have to worry about that. It's the same for you 1 week to the next, you know? Alright, there are 4 enemies I have to encounter here before I can leave. There's one of them. I don't think they'll have any trouble here, though. I'm pretty sure for the regular game, I am hideously over-leveled just because I did all the bonus shrines. So that's Purple Worm off the list. White Dragon. White Dragon is not on my list. So, you don't count, sir. Oh no! Oh no! Between 2 of you, you did almost 80 damage to all of us. Oh no! What will I do? How about cast Flare for no mana? Mana, what the fuck am I playing? You know what? I've got him. May as well. Tell you one thing, playing Undertale, which is something I've done in the past year, has given me a whole new appreciation for healing items and using the good ones. Yeah, Jay used up all of his MP against Doomgaze. All of it. Chimera is not on my list. These are just extra. So let's not even bother with them. Staff is so fucking broken. Without that staff, I'd actually have to, you know, exert an effort. I don't know why I'm wandering around looking for treasure. I promise you there's nothing in here that's gonna match the shit I've already got. Oh no! Oh no! Worst part is, just one swing of Jay's heal staff would undo an ice storm from all 3 of them. Well, not let's test that, but let's do that. Okay, I guess Jay doesn't consider it worth his while. Oh, there's a door. I guess I'll just go back upstairs. No. Earth Medusa, not on the list. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't finish this list. I mean, if I have to do a bunch of it off screen, I will, but I went through all this trouble and all this delay to finish this list. I'm gonna finish this stupid list. Fortunately, there are 5 bosses, so neither of them are on my list. I need the Iron Golem. The Iron Giant, if you will. Fast forward the battle. Yay, full heal. Goodbye, golems. Really? Wow, I don't even have to use my staff. We're just that strong. I suppose that makes sense. Earth Elemental, not on the list. So far, I've had countless encounters, but only one thing on my list. Sorry, lady, I got ribbons. Ribbons. My ribbon is so pretty, especially around your dragon's neck. I love that video, Pokemon shaming. Sylveon is one of the most demonically adorable Pokemon. Then again, most of the evolutions are really cute. I don't happen to think, for example, that Jolteon's particularly cute, and Flareon. I don't see it as really cute, you know, but like Glaceon and Sylveon are just, oh, so adorable. Glaceon looks like it's got that little hat thing on, which is very cute. Not on my list. Stop wasting my time. Look, I hit you with a stick and you died. You're not worth my time. Sad thing is, I've got a whole bunch of elixirs and mega elixirs again, I think. Yeah. Not as many elixirs as I would hope for, but a lot of mega elixirs, which is good considering how many of those I used in that one boss fight, but not on my list. But yeah, I have all these, and I don't think I'll ever have to use them. Because nothing hits me hard enough to really put me in any danger outside of those fields. The only reason I've lost anything resembling hit points is because I'm not bothering to keep up between battles. And because I kill things before Jay has a chance to heal anybody. You know? So... not on my list. Cool looking, but not on the list. Don't do that. Undid almost all the damage I've taken here. But... I mean, if I have to, I will use them. I've pretty much proven that. Black Knight? Nope, not on the list either. But yeah, this wasn't my fault as far as the over-leveling, quote-unquote, because, quite frankly, it just kind of happened as a consequence of doing the bonus dungeons. I didn't even grind in there, I just got lost. Which, personally, I consider bad design on the part of the game designers for this. Level 99... in games that reach it, like especially in Final Fantasies that reach it, because I know that in 8 you can hit 100, and in the original 1 you could go up to like 60 or whatever. But in the Final Fantasies where level 99 is a thing, you should never reach 99 as a consequence of normal play. To be fair, you probably shouldn't reach 70 as a consequence of normal play, including doing the bonus stuff. If you reach level 70, 80, 90, 99, it's because you grinded your ass off. And you should both feel proud that you have that kind of determination, and ashamed that you have that kind of time. But no, through a course of basic play, including the bonus areas, I maxed out, and that's not good. Dark Wizard, Dark Fighter, not on my list. God damn it, what's a guy got to do to finish this list off? I'll tell you what he's got to do. He's got to grind and not fight all the bosses until the list is done. Because I don't want to fuck with it. But yeah, let's just take a look real quick here, since this is the thing I can actually look at. Yep, see, there's one of them. It's these 4 right here that are the ones I'm going for. It's possible that they're rare, it's also possible that they're on different floors. Because there are 4 different bosses, and, well, not 4 different floors, but 4 different enemies. So it's entirely possible that the enemy I want doesn't exist on these floors. Ah, that's another one! That's 2 off the list. Boy, is he ever off the list. I could probably just beat him with my physical attacks. No. Alright. Still soothing. Okay. Guess I won't argue. Oh, that's possibly useful. Possibly useful, considering I don't use MP for anything, really, except actual fights. Yeah, I won't even get a chance to heal. There aren't enough of them. So, there went my 1 per boss section theory right out the window. Nope, I want Rios and Iron Golem. Those are the ones I'm after, still. I wish that healing staff was a little more powerful, but it's a full party heal for free, so I really can't complain that much. I mean, I can, but that's just being dickish after a point. Oh, I'm definitely going to need my flare staff here, the judgment staff. Yeah, also, I discovered to my horror, because I'm looking for, you know, I'm like, okay, where's my desk page, where I put all the descriptions and the tags and all the keywords and shit? I started this game before I started doing that, so there isn't one. So when you look at these videos and wonder why they, unlike most of my videos, have no real descriptions, that's why. Because I don't want to go back and add them in. I don't want to have to skim these videos to see what happened. Because nowadays what I do, and I might even have talked about doing this back when this was a thing, what I do is I record a video, and then when I'm done, while it's still fresh in my mind, between videos, I write the description on my page that I'm going to copy-paste into the YouTube video. So that I don't have to deal with it later. Because that takes so much time out of it afterwards, you know. I'm like, oh, I gotta take a look at this and see where I am, you know. It adds time to the already lengthy-ish process of uploading. Okay, maybe they are restricted to certain floors. Or maybe some of them are conditional enemies. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Okay, maybe those are just specific barriers? I don't know. No idea what I'm doing anymore. This part of the game for me is blind. I don't think I ever got this far in the NES, and even if I did, I certainly don't remember it. But, I'm just looking forward to getting this game behind me, because it was a fun event and all, but I got other shit to do. Like I say, I've been saying that a lot lately in videos that I've been recording, just, this is fun and all, but I got other shit to do. Like, I want to start Final Fantasy II. And if it weren't for the fact that I'm already doing it on Dawn of Souls, I would actually break out my Origins disc, which I found, and play 2 off of that. Because I think it's my 1 that doesn't work on that, or maybe it is 2. But either way, I mean, I could wait till next month when my check comes in and get it on PlayStation Network, so... Either or I could just have my friend get the disc resurfaced. That's a thing, too. Because he goes to one of these local game stores, that is, video game stores, not like the tabletop centers that I go to. And he shops there to the point where he basically gets free disc resurfacings. Because normally they charge for that, but if you buy enough stuff in a visit, they'll do it for free. So I might just grab that thing and it's like, hey dude, can we stop at this, I'll plug the place. Can we stop at M&M and get this thing, resurfaced for me? Yeah, no, let's go. Wrong kind of golem. Oops, sorry, puppy. Oh yeah, that's right. In the year that that has passed, I now have a dog and 4 cats, none of which is Kisa, sadly. I lost him back in October of 2015. It was a very, very unpleasant time for me, as you can well imagine. That was my baby. That's the problem with taking so long between videos, is that nothing is even remotely the same. I don't even live in the same place. The place I was in last week's video, I don't live there anymore. Hell, I don't even live in that city anymore. My roommate couldn't get a job soon enough, so I ended up getting evicted. But I'm living with a friend now. So that's the thing. It's a good thing I don't give a shit about treasure chests now. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, I still got 2 enemies to run into. And I don't even know where I am right now. Wait, this... Shit, let's break out the actual magic, shall we? I don't even know if we'll need it. We're kind of powerful. You'll be a little disappointed if he goes down in 1 round. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, yeah, he's an early game boss, but he's been pumped to late game levels. But still, that's a little anticlimactic there, Lich. Little anticlimactic. Final boss. Oh no, Fire Gigas. I'm like, if that's the fucking Flare Gigas that I've been looking for, I'm going to scream. But no, that's fire. I wanted flare. But yeah, it doesn't bode well for the final boss. I'm sorry to say this is going to be a very anticlimactic video from this point on, because of the bonus dungeons, unless they pumped his power up, which is possible. Because in Star Ocean, if you complete the Cave of Trials, which is the bonus dungeon, you get, you fight basically a super version of the last boss, I think. I don't remember if I ever finished the Cave of Trials or not. But, let's say you played in the Cave of Trials. There's a special private action you can unlock in the, let's call it the main area of the world, the capital city. And if you do that, the limiter gets taken off the final boss and he becomes much harder. So that's a thing that some games do. And that was an Enix game, so it's entirely possible that they can do that now. Lava worm. Don't know why it's green. Green is a pretty color, so I'm not gonna bitch, but why is it green? Oh, we're getting the magma critters now. We're in Marilith's zone. I see how it is. Place is huge. The weird thing is looking over at my phone and not seeing a stopwatch going, because in the past, let's say, I don't know, because I did it when I was still back at the apartment. Starting with Metal Gear Solid 3, I started putting my videos on a timer. Basically, I would make my videos in the realm of a half an hour, you know? I mean, I generally did stuff like that with This Week in Kyrex, but my main videos tended to go on until I stopped. Or until I reached what I felt was a natural stopping point. Oh, hi, lady. Are you gonna go down like a chump, too? Yes, you are. Ooh, that almost hurt. Psych. Yeah, the only reason she took 2 turns is because Jay healed instead of fighting. Because that really wasn't a thing. So yeah, I apologize for the anticlimactic nature of this video. Or this game, rather. It's not my fault. Wow, that's a lot of things. I can't remember what the sea guy's name was. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't care. I really can't be bothered to give a shit. Because look at these chumps. Why should I even care? You know what? No. Fuck you. If Henri's magic attacks can wipe you out, you weren't worth the MP it took to kill you. No offense to Henri, but it's kinda not his thing. But fuck it, let's do this. Also, can't help but notice, no save points. I mean, I went through the thing. I basically went through the Cave of Trials. I'm fine with this. But this is the final area. They really should offer more save points than they have. Little disappointed in them. That's bad etiquette. I mean, it's one thing to go through the bonus shrines with no save points. They're optional shit, and they do have escape clauses. But still, this is a little stupid. Let's go this way, I guess. Doesn't seem to be anything down here. Oh man, I just can't be bothered, man. These things are so pathetic and so anticlimactic after the shit I just did. Hell, the enemies I went through to complete the bestiary were more brutal than this. And that was a leisurely stroll that didn't really put me in any danger at any point in time. And that leisurely stroll took me through 3 bosses, one of which drained Jay's MP down to about 200. Or less, just because he had to keep healing everyone. And it took some high-end heals because my staff wasn't cutting it. So... I don't know. As a whole, I'm just not a big fan of bonus dungeons. Because... I mean, yes, the bonus dungeon... I understand the point is, oh, the bonus dungeon is so that you can get some awesome stuff and all that, and it adds more challenge, but the problem is... I do the bonus dungeons usually in my first playthrough. Because let's face facts, the bonus dungeons aren't so hard that you need to be an expert player to beat them. You know? They're hard, but not super hard, especially the way I did them in this game. But once you beat the bonus dungeon, it renders the game a fucking joke. That's what happened in Final Fantasy IX when I did all the chocographs. Which, by the way, I apologize for in advance, saying, look, I'm going to get all the chocographs. I know from experience this is basically going to ruin the game. Bear with me. And you know what? It did. After I took down Ozma... Spoilers! But yeah, after I took down Ozma, rest of the game, joke. I mean, there were a couple status effects here and there that were troublesome, but I never really had a problem, you know? Star Ocean, God. If you can make it through even 3 or 4 floors of the Cave of Trials, the rest of the game doesn't bother you. But then again, to even activate the Cave of Trials, you basically have to beat the game. You have to get to the final save point of the game, right before the final boss, and then leave the area you're in, and then do a couple other fairly convoluted things to get to the Cave of Trials before it even becomes a possibility, you know? So, that at least makes sense, but I could have activated those bonus dungeons right after beating each of those fiends. Time Winkles. It would have been a mistake, because I'd have gotten my ass kicked, but I could have done it. Hi, baby girl. Yep, Winkles is one of the new kitties, although not that new to me. I've had her almost a year now. Got her in October, the week after Kisa died. Now, I know how that sounds, but it wasn't a case of, well, my cat died, I need a replacement. I had been talking to a friend of mine who, her cat had been boarded at someone's house, and they basically told her they couldn't care for her anymore. And they put her in a shelter, and I agreed to adopt her for her while Kisa was still alive. Well, after Kisa died, I didn't want to say, well, my cat's dead, I don't want anything to do with it. So we went to the shelter to get her, and her cage was... They're stacked 3 high, 1 on the floor, 1 in the middle, 1 on the top, right? She was in the middle on the far right against the wall. There was no cats above or below her, but there was one to her left. It's going to be important in a minute. Well, my friend's like, oh, there she is! And I was already standing next to the cage, and she hadn't really seen her cat that much, so she went up to visit her. So I stepped to the left, and this little white cat in the cage next to Winkles just starts grabbing at me through the bars. Not like aggressively, but like she would not be ignored kind, you know? And the volunteer there is like, oh, you can take her out of the cage if you want. So, because they didn't lock their cages for reasons, I guess. But, so I took the kitty out of the cage, and I put her up on my shoulder, you know, where you rest their front paws on your shoulder, you know, and she starts licking the side of my face. And then she grabs my head in both paws and licks the side of my face, and then starts chewing on my scalp. So, yeah, I went there with the intention that I would not even look at other cats, and then this one forced me to. So, she got adopted along with Winkles, and her name is Willow, and she is a constant source of frustration and amusement. She's easily the most affectionate cat I have. Universally affectionate. I have not seen a single thing that she did not adore. If you're a person, she loves you. If you're a cat, she loves you. If you're a dog, she loves you. You're her best friend in the whole world. She will lick you, she will play with you, she will headbutt you so hard that it hurts. I've literally been stunned by that cat headbutting me. But she cannot comprehend the idea that someone isn't her friend. And I mean that literally, like some of the cats have hissed at her, and she has this look like, why would you do such a thing? I'm only playing with you. I have not seen anything that's even a hint of malice in this cat. When I first released her into my room to see Oreo, who was the cat that I had at the same time as Kisa, she ran after her and I'm thinking, oh god, she's trying to get her. No, she just wanted to meet the new cat and play with her. But both Oreo and I took it as aggression, so she got separated for a while. But when I put her next to Oreo, her first response is to grab Oreo around the neck with her paws and forcibly groom her head. That's the kind of cat she is. And I'm sorry I'm not talking about the game, but there really isn't much to talk about. You've seen me fight all these enemies before. Except for the 4 that I'm looking for. I hate this dungeon. I hate everything about this fucking dungeon. This is a stupid dungeon. And whoever designed it should feel bad. I'm so close to looking up a map right now. Okay, I'm just smacking my head against the wall over here. Let's go to the left and see if there's anything there that I missed. Because I think I've done 3 entire laps around this side of the temple already. So, let's go over here. This is so pathetically weak. I mean, even if they did nothing but critical hits the entire time, I still don't think they present a real threat to me. Alright, I am so close to just shutting this video down and taking a nap. Because I'm tired of running around in circles. I hate that. I hate being lost in a video. Okay, we know where that goes. And we don't care. You know what? We're just going back upstairs. This is bullshit. I've gotten less lost in Metroid 2 before this. And that game doesn't even have a map. Oh, I can refight her? Okay, let's do that. Maybe she'll be less disappointing this time around. No, not really. Yeah. 3 turns of physical attacks, or 2 turns of mixed attacks. No, I'm not impressed. Okay, there's obviously something here that I'm fucking missing. What is it? Button, touch button, touch button. Definitely not in that room. And it looks like it should be, but it's not. You know what, fuck it, let's get a real heal going. There. Honestly, I'd run, but it's slower to run than it is to do this. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's just get this out of the way. You know what? Let's just try and play. See, it's fucking more time consuming to fucking run away. Look at that. 7 attempts to run, none of them worked. Can I just leave the middle there? I'm starting to really hate this game. I'm starting to be forcibly reminded of why it is that there was a year in between this and more of this. Worst part is, I'm no closer running into that enemy that I need to run into. I wish you could get the 3rd tier spells. Level 3 lightning spell would do them a world of good. I'm utterly at a loss as to what to do here. I don't fucking know. There we go. Really? Now I'm just ashamed. Generically so, but nonetheless. Well, that's cute. No, it's done like that. Goodbye, Kraken. You will not be missed. See? I've just got this and this left. You know what? We're gonna call it here. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.